Hi, how is everyone doing on this fine day? If you stumbled across this video, come along as I mix some soil for my plants. As me getting out of my mind, doing things to not be stuck in my mind consistently. So these are some of the things that I will be using for my mix. Again, I'm not an expert, but some things that I've kind of read on some Facebook group posts. Some of the things I do use is going to be the natural organic succulent and cactus potting mix. I do some pumice, orchid bark. Sometimes I do put some perlite. That's what that is. If I don't use perlite, then I do use the pumice, and also some worm casting and some charcoal. And I mix it and put it in this little thing. See, I ran out. I actually have a lot of plants right now that kind of need to be ready to be transplanted into their pots. This mix is a really good mix for any airwood plants, any like philodendrons, any anthuriums or anything like that you need well draining soil. Excuse me, I'm already running out of breath. So basically what I do. So first of all, I always start off, you can do it however you want, people do it differently. Take what you want, or just see how the hell I mess things up. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and dump in is going to be this black gold. And the reason being I use this succulent cactus is because one is already kind of well draining. So you dump that whole bag in there, and then you kind of have to eyeball it. So the next thing that I do use is this orchid barks. I use it in medium. I do not know. I just really started getting into collecting plants and kind of dabbling in the whole plant. In the whole plant, what would you call it? Like the group? Just like the beginning of the year. I think a lot of people did when the whole quarantine happened. Everyone was getting with plants. So anyway, before I start mixing the other things, I kind of mix it in before. So you can see it's already starting to look a little airy. Well, I don't know how the hell you would classify that airy, but anyways. And then I'm gonna do some pumice. Maybe I should do perlite. You know what? I think I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to actually do the perlite instead. So basically what I do is I'm just going to dump this whole bag in there. Okay, not the whole bag, just kind of let's start mixing. You might want to do this outside. I live in an apartment. I should probably be doing this on my patio so I'm not getting all these little things in my nose. Please do not do this at home. Do this outside in a well-ventilated area. Okay, so then I mix it. I had to open some doors and windows. What would you call this? Toss it like a salad. And of course it wouldn't be a show without Stella and Luna. And it still feels like it needs to be a little airway. So I'm just gonna dump maybe actually the rest of this. The bad thing of this is I'm gonna have to fucking dust this whole house. Do this outside. You could also wear gloves while you're mixing it. I don't. I'm just like, whatever. I'm gonna add some of this pumice. that's good. You know, I've actually seen some people on YouTube that actually have each individual like pumice, perlite, soil, and in each individual container, and as they're potting things, they mix it, but I ain't got time for all that organization. Barely can keep up with this one. This is kind of how it's looking so far. So to me, that kind of is airy, but another thing before I add the worm casting and some of this bad guano is I do get one of these little orchid pot containers that I do have that I love, that I use a lot, and I just scoop some, just some, so I can just dust it out with Tide. See? That's how it looks like. Nice and chunky. I come over to the sink and just test it out to see how fast the water drains through it. So to me, that means it's good soil. It's well draining soil, and it's gonna do well. It's gonna do what it needs to do so that it kind of retains the moisture, and yet it doesn't stay as wet. The other thing that then I do when that is going well, I then do add some of the worm casting and then some of the bat guano. And then as I'm potting them, as I'm switching them pots, I have this mosquito bit stuff that I kind of mix in the soil so that if I do overwater any fly gnats, it kind of prevents it, and that kind of has helped. So let me put some of the worm casting in. So then, add some of the worm casting, and I scan it. And some of the bait. This smells nasty. I think this is a batch. I don't know what this is. I should probably look it up, but it smells pretty bad. So then I just start mixing it. Start tasting it. And that is it for my soil that I use. This normally depends on my plants, but just like, because right now I do have a lot of plants all over my house that I'm needing to kind of repot, because I've had these for a while. So for example, these in this windowsill, I have the Syngonium, this little pretty gal, this Ivy. So I have all these that I've kind of need to be potted all over my house that I have not gotten to. So that's kind of hoping it's enough, because I also have some of my green hoses that I'm needing to do. Que hora? Que hora? Que hora? You guys are so annoying. Que? What? Huh? What do you want? Yes? What? Can I help you? Huh? What's wrong? What's wrong, Stella? Anyways, I can't even know what the hell I'm talking on camera. I'm gonna go ahead and gather all the plants that I'm gonna gather all the plants that I'm needing to kind of pot over into a new one, and I will be right back. I just need to clean up a bit. See, this is a bad thing about doing it indoors, is that then you have to deal with the effing mess. But I was being lazy, and I do not really have that much space on my patio also.